Welcome back to another YouTube video. So this is number 3 of 7 Summer League matches that I've got on this year. This is being held at Thorpe Fishery near Tamworth. All of the Summer League matches are going to be at the same venue. So far I've already fished 2 of this Summer League. I've not done particularly well. I've had the wind battering me as well on each of those videos if you watch those. And I'm not doing well, so I do need to make it up on the next few of these Summer League matches. So this is at Thorpe Fishery near Tamworth. All of the Summer Leagues are going to be at the same venue. So I did have a cheeky go about 2 days before I fished this venue and came and had a practice session. And the only technique I could catch on was the bomb. Now, I decided I was going to just mainly fish the bomb today, but I've obviously got my other lines set up as well. So plan of attack, 13 metre bomb line, feeding and fishing 6mm pellets. 25 metre bomb line, feeding and fishing 8mm pellets. I do have a 5 metre pole line, which I will come on and just give it a go to see if any carp coming on it. And I've also got my margins left and right as well. I am going to have a shallow rig set up. I always set up a shallow rig for just to do a little bit of slapping and see if I can mug any carp at some point if I see them. I will give that a go right at the beginning just to see if there's any carp shallow. But like I say, last couple of days when I came, it was mainly on the bomb and that's where I was catching them. So we're just going to wait for the all in and then we'll get going and hopefully we'll be catching a few fish. So there we go, get the all in. So we're going to kick off, just going to prime that 5 metre line. Put in some sweet corn and some ground bait. And the plan would be to come on that at some point a little bit later, and I'll just probably keep topping that up and fish sweet corn over the top. Obviously I could put some dead reds on or swap to pellets if need be, but the plan was just use sweet corn on that line. And then prime the 13 metre line, catapult some 6mm pellets out. So 2 lots. And then get the bigger catapult and fire in 8mm over on the 25 metre line. And we're going to get the shallow rig out and we're just going to go shallow to start off with, setting it at 2 feet with a 6mm pellet on, and we're just going to slap that about and just see. Sometimes on this venue and similar with other venues, you can get the shallow rig out and get a couple of early carp. You don't need to feed, you just see if they're swimming about. If they're just under the surface and they're feeding, they're going to take it, they're going to home in on that noise and you're going to get a couple of early carp. So that's what I was trying right now. So just shipping out to 13 metres and then we're going to slap it in 3 times and just keep repeating that process. So like I say, at this venue, more often than not, I'll always start my matches off fishing shallow at 13 metres, slapping it in. And more often than not, I do catch 1 or 2 carp early doors. So it does normally work. It's a good venue for this technique. So, like I say, spend the first 15 minutes. If I don't get a take, and then I will always then swap my line and move to another line, normally the bomb or on a shorter pole line. So I didn't get any takes on that shallow line, so now just swapping lines. So again, key thing for me this year is all about rotation. I've been trying to really focus on making sure I rotate lines. Sometimes I think as fishermen we can go out there and we can just throw a line in, whether it be the bomb feeder or fishing on a pole, and we just stay on it. We're not getting the bites, no indications, and for some reason we just stay on those lines. But I'm trying to make a conscious effort this year of making sure that if those bites don't come, I change something, whether that be a bait or whether that be just rotating lines. So that is what I've been focusing on this year, and more often than not it does seem to work. So decided to come off the shallow line and throw out the bomb at 25 metres. So we are about 20 minutes into the match, and it didn't take long on this bomb line. You'll see in a minute the tip goes round. You can't actually see the tip, nets are in the way, just the way the camera angle is. Didn't have much room to put the camera anywhere on this particular day. sometimes that's how it is when recording these videos. I do only have one camera, and I have to just manage that myself. So not like some of the other videos that happen you see out there, that you do see people with multiple cameras. It's just not the way for me, I'm afraid. And there we go. Look, we get a carp and first bite, and that was probably around, like I say, the just over 20-minute mark or thereabouts. So again, my confidence now was thinking, well, I've just got on the bomb line. I fished this 2 days ago, and I knew that's where the fish were coming from. So I could be in for a good day. So we get this one in. There we go. So we bring him in and go to net him, and we miss him. Poor netting from me there. I should have had that one. Another go, missed him again. Third time lucky. There we go, we get him in.
Hey guys, hopefully you're enjoying these free videos. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button. It's free and it's easy, and it only takes about 2 seconds. It's a massive help, more than you know. Also, don't forget to drop the video a like, give it a thumbs up, and at the end of the video, if you can spare 30 seconds, please do go and leave a comment. Just let me know what you like about the video. Let me know what techniques you use. But thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the main video.
So I carried on fishing that bomb line for about another 20 minutes, and I had a couple of line bites, but I didn't get another carp, another fish. So I really thought after that first one, how quick it was of going on it, I'd get another one. I did also come in on that 5 metre pole line, have a quick look on there for 10-15 minutes, and there was nothing on it either. So we're now decided, I've seen a couple of fish surface, and I decided just to throw the Waggler out. Now it's quite windy, it's not really probably Waggler fishing day, but like I say, I've seen some carp surface further out around the 20-25 metre line. So I was just going to basically throw it out and then just let it sort of flow through the swim. It's not what I'd normally do with a pellet wag, with a pellet on, but that's the way I had to do it today because it was quite windy. It was too windy to do how I would normally fish this technique. But that was the thought process. Let it flow through, and if there's some carp about, they might take it. But I wasn't going to give it too long. It's now also starting to rain. You can't see on the camera, but the weather's starting to change. It's gone a bit cold. I put my jacket on. So funny conditions at the moment. This match was probably around the it was in early July, so it was a couple of weeks ago, and the weather was a little bit sort of changeable, I guess, where more recently we've had more of an heat wave, but yeah, early July, if you remember, it was very windy, lots of cloud about, and very changeable weather. So didn't get any indication on that first cast, so again just get another hard pellet on, reeled it in, get another hard pellet on, and cast over to the left, and then just going to let it sort of drift through to the right. So just put the rod down on the rest, and we're going to make sure we keep getting those pellets in on that bomb line. So we're just going to catapult some 6mm out at the 13 metre bomb line, and then we'll catapult some out at the or attempt to, as you'll see in a minute. Pick the catapult up, go to catapult some 8mm out, but then I just noticed my float's just disappeared, line's tightening up, and we've got a carp on. So that then just proved to me that there were carp just under the surface, and they were just willing to take that. I want to say it wasn't quite a static bait because it was flowing through, but it wasn't falling through the water. So and that's how you'd normally catch them. You know, when you're fishing the pellet wag, you throw it in. They'll either take it as soon as it hits the water, or they'll take it as it's dropping through, or it hits its depth. So normally, if you just leave it there too long, they don't normally take it, but they did on this occasion, so I was happy that I tried that technique, and we get our second carp. On the day, you can't beat fishing the pellet wag. It's always a great technique. But like I say, normally when you fish this, it can be quite a busy technique. You're in and out all the time. You know, you cast out. You wait until your pellets hit its depth, then you're reeling in, casting out again. So it's a very busy technique. Well, today, because of the wind, I haven't seen enough carp on the surface to be able to do that. So I'm just letting it flow through. So it's a bit more of a lazy technique. But as you can see, it has worked. So they put up a good fight here at this fishery. There we go, get his head up, and we get him netted. So just adjusting the depth there, and another 6mm pellet on the band, and we're just going to cast out again. So I gave this probably about another 5 or 6 casts. I didn't get any more takes, so I then decided to swap lines and go back out on the bomb. So get a 8mm pellet on the band, and we're going to cast out to 25 metres. So I wasn't clipped up on either of these lines. I mean, I was using the same rod, same bomb. You don't need to clip up really. I've got no snags, no features I'm throwing to, and I know roughly what 30 metres is and 25 metres. So not clipped up, and just throwing that out, like I say, at 25 metres over the top of those pellets that I was being catapulting in. So about 2 hours into the match now. It's been a little bit slow. We've picked off a couple of carp, but I think everyone's struggling on the day. But there we go, look, tip just went round and we get another carp on that 25 metre line. But like I say, it was a little bit slow on the day, certainly the first couple of hours. But like I say, the weather hasn't been brilliant recently, so that's my excuse, and I'm going to put it down to the weather. But we're into our next carp. So this one gave me a little bit of a run around. It took me a few minutes to get this one in, so I'm just going to jump ahead a little bit and get to the stage where I can net him. It just kept swimming around, look, on the surface. I just didn't want to stay down in it, didn't want to get his head up, but there we go. Finally get him in the net. So my neighbour's just got a carp on there, so I'm having a good look around, trying to keep an eye on what the other people are doing. So there are a couple of anglers that probably had a couple of extra carp than me, but no one's actually running away with it at the moment. So I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing, rotating the lines, keep feeding each line, making sure that each one is ready for when I go on it if the carp do move in. So we're now about 2 hours and 20 minutes into the match. We've had 3 carp and we're just getting a line bite there. So I've now got either a carp around my bait or is much closer to me. But it's always difficult to know whether sometimes the carp are, when you're getting these line bites, whether they are near your hook bait or whether they're just much closer in and shallower. But that's what you got to work out on the day. But there we go, tip goes round, look, and we get into our 4th carp. This one was actually a good fish. It gave me a bit of a workout, this one. It probably took me, I'm going to say, it felt like hours to land it. It clearly wasn't. It was probably only like 5 minutes or so, but it took quite a while. So we're going to jump ahead. So this one was a proper lump. I'm going to say it was certainly around the 8 to 10 pound mark. But it was a bit of a struggle getting him netted. He was trying to get into those reeds on my left. So I had a little bit of a battle keeping him out of there. There we go. Worn him out. But I think I was worn out more than him. But like I say, nice fish around the 8 to 10 pound mark. Certainly welcome at this stage in the match. So we get the hook out. There you go, look at the size of that. It's a good fish. And we get him in the net. So we go back out again on the 25 metre line, and it was really quick, but the tip started to just to quiver around, and it wasn't a proper take, and reel it in. I thought I probably just got a small roach, but I actually got a nice little crucian. He decided he wanted to try and take an 8mm pellet. There we go, look, little crucian, nice fish. Not as big as what you want, but it's still a fish. So we're now just over 3 hours in the match. I did come on the margin line, and I also came on that 5 metre line, but nothing produced, so nothing to show you there. So back out on the bomb again. Bites aren't coming as quick as I was hoping, but this is where the carp have been all coming from on the bomb line. A mix between the 13 metre and the 25 metre. I don't think any of those lines were doing any better than the other. I think pretty much equal. But we're in again. Another welcome carp. So we get him in. Get him into landing distance. You can hear that wind picking up. This is how it was on the day. Very similar to recent matches as well. Been quite windy at this venue. It's very open. But there we go. We get that one netted. Another carp. So we're getting close to the end of the match now, guys. So, but we do get another fish. Not long before the end. Tip went round and we got another carp on. But my summer league so far, it's not been going to plan. In this particular match, I ended up weighing in £40 and 8 ounces. Nowhere near good enough. The winner of my section got £73, so I was way down at the bottom in terms of points. So like I say, I'm not having the best of seasons, but I've still got 4 more matches of the summer league to make up for. So guys, that's how the match went. Had a few bites, rotation, but it was all about the bomb. And I probably should have just stayed on it all day, really, especially with the wind picking up. But that's where it went. Guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is free and it's easy and it only takes 2 seconds. It's a massive help, more than you know. Also, don't forget to drop the video a like, and if you can spare 20 seconds at the end, please do leave a comment on the video. Let me know how you're fishing at the moment. How's your summer league going? But guys, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, tight lines, and I'll see you on the next one.